There's the bell. Wow. Shogun goes right at him.
He knows all he has to do is be explosive and quick. Shoebox Academy is known for their cardio, so he knows he's going to be able to maintain this pace for as long as he wants to. But Nakamura, a great judo practitioner. Got to be careful when you get inside him. He's going to throw you down to the ground.
And Shogun, a little showmanship there, backing away. Might have been a little sarcastic on Nakamura.
Well, I was impressed by Shogun.
Shogun had tight on him.
Shogun's trying to get these foot sweeps in. I was kind of impressed when he came up. I wasn't expecting him to try to keep this on the ground because Nakamura's ground game has been getting a lot better, especially with his years of judo.
Nakamura trying to prevent the right knee of Shogun coming up. Now he goes with the left. And Nakamura trying to defend from the side there, but he's leaving his right side open, Tricks.
Yeah, and as he leans, you see right there, Shogun went for the head. If you feel a guy leaning over on you, you can catch him with a high knee to the head.
Shogun said he felt a lot of pressure to come into this fight, but using it as a motivator coming from the Shooter Box Academy.
These guys they're really, really good at channeling all their worries, all their nervousness. They're really a lot better at pushing themselves to a better level. Nice Uchimata attempt by Nakamura, and great counter by Shogun.
Nakamura's got a right hand on the ropes a little bit. The officials stepping just beyond that to make sure that he doesn't use that rope as leverage. Now Shogun and Nakamura separated.
Shogun, if I were him, because his striking is so much better, keep distance. There you go, nice body blow. Start trying to use your kickboxing game.
Tries to go high on the leg kick. Can't land it on Nakamura.
See, he's spending a lot of energy driving him into the corner. You know, a guy like Nakamura's got good balance in here. It's not going to take much energy for him to stay here.
And Nakamura seems pretty relaxed despite Shogun's attempts to come at him in the corner of him.
Well, remember, the one thing about judo is that you want your opponent coming into you for your throws. So he spent a lot of years working on his game of being pushed backwards and working on his throws. All your throws in judo come as you're moving backwards and pulling a man into you. So Nakamura can spend his whole time backpedaling, and he'll be fine as long as he's not getting hit as he's going away.
And Shogun, a good athlete, good Muay Thai athletic moves.
We saw in the opening, at the opening bell, he walked in there and jumped in right in that flying knee, trying to land it early. And if he gets some separation, I'm sure we'll see some more stuff here. But he's got to get away. He needs some space to throw his punch in.
So right now, you think it's working to Nakamura's advantage?
Yeah, the tighter Nakamura keeps Shogun in here, the better it's going to be for him.
Tries to get a quick right. Nakamura looks like he got one right there on Shogun.
He's starting to throw back a little bit, Nakamura is. He's lighting Shogun up. I think he surprised him.
Nakamura takes a kick to the right ribs.
A lot more jabbing. A lot more jabbing Shogun needs to start working.
Shogun seems like he's changing his strategy here. His corner, very active, talking a lot.
Wow, nice
good
foot
takedown
sweep
by Shogun.
Jeez, nice foot sweep. Oh, amazing.
Shogun got him in a side mount here. Is he going for the...
He's trying to get that. He's trying to get the head choke, but I don't think he has it. Yeah, I don't think he has it. His elbow's a little bit too. See his shoulders. See that spacing there between his neck and his shoulders. A little bit too high. Now it's settled down a little bit. Needs to bring his face over. Okay, let it go. In that position, he needs to bring his face and try to get his elbow on Nakamura's head.
Nakamura in a little bit of
Give it
trouble
up his back. Nakamura is so strong in here, and he spent so much time in his Newaza.
Fans rising to their feet here.
Newaza being the judo ground game. He's trying to get it up a little bit. He's doing.
Now he's got him in the corner again where he had him earlier in the round. He seems to be more successful in the open areas.
Shogun did. Wow. Great double leg kick.
Shogun tries a big right. Nakamura steps out of the way. Now he gets him with a knee. Nakamura lands that one on Shogun.
Shogun's, I think, in my personal opinion, I think Shogun's spending way too much energy pushing in here, trying to take this against the ropes. He needs to use his quick athletic ability in space.
You mentioned Shogun takes him down here.
Right into the half guard. Nakamura's a pretty good half guard guy for defense. He doesn't have much of an offense from this position. You can see him passing through. His knee slips out. Now all he has to do is get his foot free. He'll get all the way by if that foot pops out. There it is. He's all the way by in the side control now.
Nakamura's arm. Is Nakamura's left arm in a bad position here?
No, he's doing okay. It's there. I was going to say, as long as he doesn't get his knee on it, he's okay.
Well, they get back to their feet. Shogun with a punch. Nakamura responding with a couple shots to Shogun. Tries a right kick, can't get it there. Trick Shogun going back to what he did in the middle stages of this round here, getting out of the corners into open areas to get his shots at Nakamura.
Nakamura's done a lot better job of his punching game. He's really frustrating Shogun because he's starting to throw him off a little bit, but he's not doing enough with it when he's in open territory.
And you talked in the opening of this fight what Nakamura need to do to be successful if he's going to have a shot at Shogun. Seems right here, halfway through the first round, he's doing that.
Yeah, he really is. He's beating Shogun in his own game. He's keeping him tight, not letting him get any distance. He's forcing him to take him down. Every time he's taking him down, he's immediately battling back to his feet again.
Shogun with a right, the back of the head of Nakamura. He's got it from behind. What's he going to try here?
You should push off and try to knee him in the ribs or knee him in the face.
He gets a punch. He's got him in tight, trying to take him down. Nakamura looks like he's grabbing a hold of that rope. Now with the inside of his elbow, there goes the official stepping in.
The one thing you always have, a lot of guys on the outside, a lot of judges, a lot of officials helping out the inside, the ring judge, to maintain control. The guy grabs a hold of the rope. Incidentally, like we saw there, he'll push his hand, push his body back in.
Is Nakamura's conditioning wearing down right now?
No, he really hasn't had to do much because he's being pressed against the rope. It doesn't take much because you can use the corner to your advantage to kind of hold you up.
So you think Shogun's using more energy than Nakamura's to this point?
Right now he is. He's being the aggressor, but that's also one of the judgments the judge is looking for is aggression, and he's using it to his advantage.
There's Shogun with a right. It looks like Shogun here, he doesn't seem like his normal self, a little bit sloppy.
Yeah, he really does. Maybe the pressure got to him a lot more than we thought. You know, it's definitely not going to get caught in the ropes twice there, but yeah, he definitely looks a little off. It looks a little slower. I'm not sure if maybe he's a little sick or something, maybe from all the travel. Because remember, for them to get here, for the shootbox academy to get here, it's from Chiriba to Sao Paulo to usually Atlanta or Detroit or someplace in America to all the way over here. It's sometimes 30 hours of travel just to get here. That wears on you, especially if you have to make it as many times a year as these guys have to make it.
Well, this guy, the future Pride's middleweight division is Shogun. Not the time to really wear down on New Year's Eve, the biggest event of the year for Pride Fighting.
He's got the head choke again. If he gets his head up a little bit higher, I doubt he's going to get this locked in. Because see how high his shoulder is? Your shoulder in this position needs to be underneath the guy's neck. He needs to get his shoulder down underneath the Nakamura's neck for the submission. It's not going to land. He's up on his head. Nakamura's okay right here. He just can't allow his knee to come back across with a full mount. See Nakamura's left hand is kind of pushing it off. He's doing a really, really good job. Shogun's all the way across, but he needs to bring his head high. He needs to get his high up to go and settle this in.
Like he's got a shot to step out of this. Does Nakamura?
I was actually training this a couple days ago with a buddy of mine, TJ Thompson, and I couldn't make TJ tap because my shoulder was too high.
And he gets out of it.
Oh.
He's got his back here.
Both hooks are in.
This could be trouble for Nakamura.
He's fully mounted. Shogun needs to keep his chest on his back. Don't let Nakamura turn into him. Try to stretch him out. If he could, he needs to get him belly down and get on top of a full mount position.
Doesn't have the hooks in all the way. Nakamura been submitted twice in his career. Might he be in danger again? Though he's got a hold of the neck here. Nakamura looks like he's in trouble, Trey.
He set it in. Now it's a little loose. He's got it locked in here, but it's a little loose. See, he's got the space to push underneath. I was working every time I come out here. See how he pushed it off?
He lifted his way out of it. Good job by Nakamura, escaping trouble.
Every time I come out here, I try to spend as much time as I can with Matt the Wizard Hume because he teaches me different things about chokes and what have you. And he said that one of the ways to get out is if you do a traditional rear naked choke and you push it off, it's going to slide off. That's what we just saw. You know, there's a different way. Matt showed me a different way to set the chokes in, and it's harder to push it off. It's a better way to hold it in, and you really frustrate guys. Right now, Shogun isn't using that technique, but he's keeping a good rear mount. Both hooks are in, keeping a lot of pressure. This is going a good way for the judges.
So Nakamura stepped out of two potential chokes from Shogun here, with just over a minute remaining in the first round of 3 in this fight. Shogun got it cocked back and loaded.
Picking his position, looking for his spots. It's a good job, not just throwing away, but.
He lifted him over.
Right to the. Wow,
he gets Shogun on his back here. 1 minute left in the first round. I got to tell you, Trig, Nakamura done a nice job.
Wow, great job by Shogun. Good reversal.
Got a knee. Got a knee in Nakamura's chest. Tries to stomp on him there. He's got him from behind here. And again, Nakamura seems to be in good position to guard the choke attempt by Shogun.
He's doing a good job. See, one of the things you want to do is you see Nakamura's holding on with his hands underneath. He's doing a good job. He's really holding on to him a lot better.
He's got that left arm in good position as Nakamura.
Shogun's wasted a lot of energy.
Seems to be wearing down a bit here.
Exactly. Sorry, Robbie. Yeah, I was saying the same thing. It's starting to get very tired.
Now Nakamura has Shogun on his back. 15 seconds remaining in the first round. What can Nakamura do to help his cause? Trying a big right kick. Tries to throw a right strike to Shogun. Doesn't seem like it landed all the way here. 2 seconds remaining. First round's over. Trig, an impressive performance here. Shogun doesn't usually look like this, Trig. He's got to be tired.
He
Round
definitely
2
looks
underway.
a little worse for the wear.
Nakamura slips. He tries to get at Shogun. There's a right by Nakamura that lands. Shogun takes him into the corner.
Good body lock. Definitely stepping in here. Got good old-fashioned bear hug wrapped around the lower back. Has his head in his chin. Great position for striking. Not a great position for takedowns. When you want to take a guy down, you get your hips in tight.
Same that we've seen in the early stages of the first round. Shogun taking him into the corner. Nakamura guarding him.
Yeah, this is really Shogun's wasting a lot of energy in here now. He needs to get a little more separation, step out, try to use his striking. He's got much better striking we've seen so far.
Nakamura really relaxed in the ring, doesn't always panic, and I think we're seeing that here tonight.
One of the things, and it happens to me a lot in my fights, I start to panic a little bit, and that you waste a lot of energy when that happens. Oh my goodness!
Takedown.
What a takedown by Nakamura. Great job.
Nakamura.
Shogun's got to get up.
Another
Shogun's got to get up.
Shogun's in a bit of trouble here, Trig.
Wow, good job of getting out of there. He's really shouldn't stay there because a lot of kneeing. Thank goodness Nakamura didn't try to knee him in the head too much.
Shogun looked like he was in more trouble than he actually was. Stepped out of it. Nakamura lands one. Shogun. Nakamura just trading blows here. And again, Shogun takes him into the corner. Same position they were in just under a minute ago. Minute and a half into the second round. They're separated by the official. Why does he do that?
No, actually, he wants to see him do a little bit more. He knows that Shogun's just be able to maintain in there, and Nakamura's content to stay there. Always want to press the action in pride fighting. Always want to press the action. This is why we're the elite of the elite, because we always want to press the action. Always want to make you move. There's no chance to sit and lean against anything and hold on to stall.
Why didn't Shogun take a run right at him?
Wow.
He takes him down again to start the second round. Why didn't he try the same thing he did early in the first?
It was such a counter. Like, it completely missed. I mean, it did land with his body, but it landed in a very safe position. Why waste the energy, on something that more likely is not going to work the second time either? Flying needs to do a good job of surprising the guy.
Shogun's got Nakamura on the ground. The side mount.
Wow, nice transition to
Good
knee
guard.
there.
Shogun tries a stomp kick. Looks like he got a piece of him.
A little bit, but Nakamura studied the tape, knew it was coming. So he caught him in the face. Caught it before it hit his face, excuse me.
The further this fight goes, might Nakamura be a little bit closer to pulling off an upset here tonight, Trig?
Yeah, he's a huge underdog in this. Forgive me, I'm not sure what the betting lines. I should have called my buddy Joey to find out. But the betting lines definitely have Nakamura as a severe underdog. And right now, he's very, very game. He's in this fight.
Nakamura does have 7 wins by decision in his Pride career.
If you notice how he's holding on right here, Shogun can slide his knee back a little bit and start banging Nakamura's body to make him loosen up the grip. And pick his head apart. He's doing a good job picking the head, but if you bang the body and move his grip about and make him loosen his grip up a little bit as well.
Minute 40 remaining in this second round. Shogun, again, needs to get a little bit of distance between him and Nakamura.
Absolutely, absolutely. He's not doing a good enough job of getting space, because when he's this tight, he can't hit. There's no way to start getting a good strike off.
Like, he's got him in a mount. Shogun does. He's not taking advantage of him when he has him when he has him flat on his back.
No, he needs to see. This is the thing: he's posted up, seems down on top of him right here. If he could just posture up a little bit higher, he can get the space to hit him. And right now, he's just not doing it.
Shogun. Just look at the clock there. 1 minute remaining in the second round. Shogun on his back, trying again for the choke.
Now here, you missed a choke 3 times. I would start striking, using all that real estate you see right there in the stomach. Start hitting the stomach. Start coming over the top and hitting him in the head. Just start banging on his body a little bit. Loosen him up. Loosen him up a little bit more. He's not ready for that. Not ready for that choke to be sunk in on him.
Shogun multiple times has attempted, but can't get his arms around the neck of Nakamura.
He's really, really high in this back mount. He's really high. Good
Got him in the rear mount. 20 seconds left in the second round, Trig.
Yeah, you know, Nakamura's losing this fight for sure, but he's definitely still in it. I'm very surprised that Shogun hasn't been able to hit him more or knock him out more. He's done a good job of defending.
Shogun tries a few lefts. Nakamura's got him guarded, under 5 seconds remaining. There's a kick to the head as the conclusion of the second round is upon us here. Here we go. Nakamura comes out swinging. Shogun tries to get a left, almost got knocked back there. Nakamura throwing a flurry of punches at Shogun. Is this his best strategy to pull off an upset here?
Yeah, if every time you start throwing a Shogun, he brings his hands up to defend his head, you know, just keeps throwing away. If he's going to stand there, you know, take the punishment, let him take it.
In the corner, they go again. Same corner they've been in twice before. Now they're separated for the third time in this fight by the referee. They separate, big swing and kick by Nakamura. Ends up on his back, Shogun.
Shogun did a great job catching it, puts him down, and he had that leg. He could have passed all the way through, but ends up in the half guard instead.
A couple punches and an elbow to the rib. Did they do anything?
Yeah, but that's one of those things is that he should have been doing that earlier in the first, and in the second round, it does long-term damage. It's not going to be something that's going to, you know, make a guy function and fall apart right now. Pushing that knee across, trying to get to the full mount, trying to pass his guard. The foot comes free. You know, Shogun gets all the way to the full mount, but even in this position, even before the foot, as you see it there, it pops all the way out. Even if the foot didn't pop all the way out, Robbie, he was in a good position for laying down some strikes.
Shogun attempts to throw the left and then thinks better of it. Now he's
looking for that Americana.
There's Yuji Marfedrigo yelling out instructions to Shogun, shooter box coach.
So now you're starting to notice the position. You're starting to notice how Shogun's starting to get and maintain the positions a little bit more. He's got a little bit better. Even though he is tired, you can see him breathing really, really heavily. He's still maintaining the spots and keeping the positions that are starting to wear down on Nakamura.
Nakamura is just over 3 minutes remaining in this fight. What's his best strategy? He's taken down again.
Yeah, he's starting to lose. He's starting to lose a lot of positions, a lot of points. You know, the judges are looking. Remember, the fight is judged in its entirety. So the judges are looking at it right now. We're 15 minutes in to the 16 minutes in, excuse me, into this bout, almost 17 minutes in. And so far, Shogun has dominated the entire fight. It's going to make it difficult for Nakamura in the final 3 minutes to catch back up, you know, after all that domination.
They assume the position in the middle of the ring, and Shogun is in Nakamura's guard, preventing him from getting the hands free, doing a nice job, but losing time in the process right now. Trig, time seems to be of the essence for Nakamura.
It really does, in my opinion. You know, like I said, I've been wrong before in some of my judgment calls, but I think the Shogun's completely winning this fight. Nice! Oh!
Right on the head,
nice
Nakamura.
Head stop. But see, this is the problem with the head stop. Sometimes you miss position, you gave up position. Right to the block, and it slips out of it. Shogun's got a spot to get up. Nakamura knows now it's desperation time. It's going to come heavy and hard.
Have you ever seen Shogun this tired?
Honestly, I have not. I have not. I'm trying to go for the front head choke. I can't tell from my position if he still has his head. Nope, his head's free now. But yeah, I've never seen Shogun this tired. It's tough, man. It's tough being out here, especially if a guy like Nakamura that knows how to compete.
So why does he keep letting him up?
Nakamura knows he's not going to be able to submit him. He knows he's not going to be able to beat him in this position. He's going to have to knock him out. That's what he knows. He knows we're coming up on 2 minutes left in the third period. He knows he's going to have to knock him out.
And he takes him down again. He's got his hands wrapped around Shogun's head, but doesn't seem like he can do much with it.
No, those knees are going to be blocked off by Nakamura's right elbow in there. He's going to try and sit back again, bring that knee over.
Shogun in a side mount here. Gets a knee to the head.
Wow, nice position. Good job pushing that arm down to clear it out of the way.
Let's get that right knee. He just keeps dropping him on Nakamura.
You know,
there's another one.
Oh, that was high in the solar plexus. That did some damage. Now he's attacking that arm.
Under a minute and a half left. Is there much Nakamura can do here the rest of the way? I don't think there is.
Nakamura's going to knock him out or submit Shogun to win this fight, in my opinion.
He's got a knee driven right to his chest. He lands a left, and another. He got both knees. Another shot. Nakamura still on the ground. Shogun trying to stomp on him.
Good job punching.
1 minute left. 1 minute remaining in this fight. Shogun on top of Nakamura, an elbow.
Nice elbow to the body, and Pride, you can't elbow the head.
Seems like it seems like he's thinking too much when he has him on his back. What is he going to do next? He's going to punch? Is he going to elbow? Is he going to knee? What's he going to do? Not normal characteristics of Shogun.
No, normally he's very fluid. He's almost like a chain fighter. Nothing happens. He just goes from one to the next to the next. He's just not. He's not being fluid in it at all.
Under 30 seconds remaining in this fight. Would Shogun be content at this point in time just to let the clock run out?
I don't know necessarily about content, but it looks like he's gonna.
Missed a big stomp. Nakamura steps up, 10 seconds remaining. Nakamura's giving everything he has here. Throwing a flurry, rights, lefts, everything. 5 seconds left. I don't think he has enough time to get anything more in on Shogun. And there goes the bell. One last shot landed by Nakamura. And boy, are these two guys tired, Trig.
Honestly, Shogun won the entire fight, in my opinion, and I think Nakamura, that little flurry at the end, if he had done maybe 3 or 4 more flurries each round, he might have been able to pull it out, but he didn't do enough. He just, it looked nice at the end, but it's not going to happen for him.
Nakamura having a hard time staying on his feet here at the end of this.
Good job, buries down, steps in there, just starts throwing as hard as he can, but if you notice, his inexperience in his striking game, he misses a lot of straight punches, none of those really connected. They looked good for the crowd, but they never connected really, except that last right there.
Nakamura and Shogun shake hands. Good show of sportsmanship. Give each other a hug here. And the level of sportsmanship amongst fighters is really something that you don't see in a lot of other mainstream sports.
You have to understand that that real competitors that stand there and really hit each other for a living understand how bad it hurts, and there's no reason for them to be evil and vindictive after the fight's over. Now, there's still a couple. Within the sport, we have a couple bad eggs, names I won't mention.
Go to the decision. Shogun. And it's Shogun by unanimous decision over Nakamura. Trig, you called it the whole way. Nakamura defended well, wasn't strong enough throughout the duration of this fight.
He didn't do enough, I really think, to push the pace. Nakamura is a great fighter. He really is a good fighter, but he needs to do more to push the pace. He needs to really do more to those flurry we saw at the end. He needs to do more and flurry more during each round. If he's not going to flurry the whole fight, pick 5 or 10 seconds every minute to flurry, and that'll help turn the tide of the fight in your favor. Shogun
improves to 15-2 as a mixed martial artist, 11-1 now in Pride Fighting Championships. Nakamura, all his fights in Pride, he falls to 11-6, but had a good showing tonight.
Yeah, he really did do a good job. I'm really impressed by Nakamura. He's a really good competitor. Really, you see him switch and change positions quite a bit. He knows how to fight. He knows how to bring it just right up against the guy in the Shogun. It's just a better competitor all the way around. I got to be honest with you, Robbie. I'd really love to see Shogun fight February 24th. I think he's a great competitor. He did a great job when he fought Kevin Randleman, in the Real Deal back in October 21st. I'd love to see him fight February 24th when we're back at Thomas & Mack Center in Las Vegas, Nevada again.
And his teammate Vanderlei Silva going to be in the house at the Thomas & Mack Center late February. Pride 33, the second coming, and Shogun said in our meetings he'd be honored to fight in America.
This is the thing about Shootbox. They have an academy in LA, the Shootbox Academy USA. They